everyone. I'm Jack, UI UX designer, illustrator, animator, donut connoisseur, forever fighting the battle about my background here. I don't know what the deal is. Well, one of these days I'm gonna get it straightened out, but today is not that day. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Looks like we got a bunch of people joining the chat already. We've got Corey, Oliver, nice to see you, Stian, George, and Odari. Odari is another streamer here on Behance. Oh, and also it's Halloween, so I've got my Viking helmet on for today's stream. Every stream in October, we dress up because why not? Anyways, welcome everybody. Oliver saying onward to Valhalla. Yeah, that's what's happening today. I don't have the full Viking get up on today, just the helmet, but it was a bit too much. Anyways, Stian's loving the Viking. I'm not surprised, Stian. What are we doing? We're doing the Halloween project again today. I debated on how I wanted to do this, and because I also need to work on some stuff for Yoann Turpin, and I decided to. The Vikings didn't have horns, so yeah, it's like the Bugs Bunny cartoon variation Viking. Right? Isn't this the style of the Bugs Bunny cartoon? Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's just for fun. We're gonna be working on the October project today because I didn't know how I would like title these or like figure out the descriptions, and I didn't want to like muddy things up. So we're gonna be working on Yoann stuff tomorrow, and I'm gonna be working on the Baba Yaga stuff again today. So Stan says it's a really funny show called Vikings on Netflix, making that a joke. That's a show on Netflix? I know there was like that Vikings show on, what was it on? Like Nat Geo or something like that? Or the Sci-Fi Channel? I know that there was like a long-running like Vikings show, but I think that was very serious. But I could be wrong, let me know. I don't know about the one on Netflix. I'm admittedly behind the times on as far as TV shows go, so. History Channel. I knew it had to be one of those. I was in the right vein, Odari. I just didn't quite get there. So yeah, let's switch over to my screen. Vikings is the historical drama. Norseman is a comedy parody based on it. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. Now I'm seeing the correlation. We're gonna be working on Yoann stuff tomorrow, so Yoann's music. We're gonna be working on Chip's Song, book volume 14, I think, tomorrow. Artwork for that. I've got a couple things to do for Yoann, so you want to see some of that. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow. Okay, we're back to this. I haven't worked on this anymore since the last time we gathered, which was yesterday morning. But I want to get through. We've got a couple things we need to finish. Obviously the chicken. We need to deal with the fact that I just kind of have this sketched in here still. And this is still roughly a sketch. I have to figure out like the exact, get the like tail in and get the actual legs in and stuff like that. So this is just kind of like in between sketch. I don't know, like a color sketch, if you will. So we're gonna be working on that today, and potentially figuring out where we want to place the Baba Yaga and how we want that to all look. I do want to also, I have a packet, I have a present from Katarina that she sent over that I want to make sure that I make time to open up on the stream. And also I see Odari sent me a video, sort of like a little like origin history. I'll show it in the chat. Odari sent it as a DM to me, but I'll share it with you all as well from PBS. So it was actually quite good. I wish I would have remembered this yesterday, Odari, because I think we had a couple people asking what the Baba Yaga was or who weren't familiar with it, but I'll share this for everybody in the chat. Ooh, you know what? We'll put this in the... I'm not going to put this in the chat. I'm going to put this in the description. What should we call this? Like, we could do both, yeah. History of the Baba Yaga? Or just, like, info about the Baba Yaga? I don't know what to title this. Here's the link. I guess I could just go with like origins of the Baba Yaga, since I think that's what this is called. I'm going with that. Alright, there's a link for you if you want to check that out. And I'll also put it here in the description so that when people, if you want to click on that way, if you're watching the replay, you'll be able to grab that link as well from the description of the video if you want to learn a little bit more about it, about the folklore. Pretty interesting. Let's get going on it. Let's get into it. I want to work on. Where do we want to begin? I'm still getting used to everything in Illustrator since the update. Mostly because it like reset all of my preferences. But I'm gonna try to save opening the package until Katarina gets here. If Katarina shows up today, we'll see. Alright, we're gonna lock our house. Remember, this is kind of just still like a placeholder, and I'm gonna actually do this. So I'm gonna pull this out as well, this little sketch, so have both, so we just kind of have the house separate. And group it. Alright. That way we're not accidentally, we're only selecting like the chicken stuff, right? Alright, now I need to decide where I want to start. If I want to start with like the body or the legs. Let's get into it. And how detailed I want to get with this. I'm gonna start. I'm actually gonna go back to one of my sketches here. Figure out which one it is. First of all. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. Oh, it doesn't look like I bothered putting in the wings or anything like that. Which seems like kind of a silly thing, like you don't see the wings, why would you add those in? You may be asking. But it's helpful to kind of figure out like where the entire structure of the body is here. I'm gonna group this, I'm gonna lock this. For the sake of like, there's sort of like layers of wings, like wings of feathers, as well as like the wing in here, and those are gonna, even if we're not gonna like totally see them, they're gonna have an impact. Like there's like the chest, I guess, of the chicken here that we want to kind of like make sure that we visually separate out, right? I hope I'm making sense. You have to let me know. Color, mostly so I can just kind of see it for now. And what style do I want these? How detailed do I want them yet with these? You'd have like pointier wings. Unicorn's here. Welcome, Unicorn. Unicorn saying, Jack the Viking. You know we gotta do it every year. The first year that I was I'm a live streamer here on Behance. Which would have been what? 20, would that have been like 2020? Perhaps? And it was also the first like virtual Adobe Max, I suppose it would have been. And they like took a screenshot from what, like my live stream with my Viking I guess we can call this costume Viking hat on, and it was like in the Adobe Max keynote. I just remember, I think Howard might have posted a screenshot of it. Fun facts. This is also helpful to kind of like see, you know, kind of like the direction of the wings. Or I mean the direction of the feathers. I don't like keep mixing up the words, but so you can see that like this is, it's not like, but you are gonna kind of like visually see this bit, right? Figure out if I want that to be probably lighter, since it's kind of like sticking up and out. Unicorn says, I really like that. Oh, welcome, Antoine. I really like the chicken head. Reminds me of the chicken from the Muppets show. Let me look up the chicken from the Muppets show. Oh yeah, look at that. Although it doesn't have long enough we would need like some extreme eyelashes, which we could totally do. Antoine says, hey Jack, hope you're doing well today. Thanks, hope you're doing well. Welcome, Ashraffle. What's everybody up to today? What's everybody working on, or all that? I don't really like how this is getting kind of cropped off. A little bit too. Let's just make it like another feather, I think. Let's see how that looks. Not quite. That's not it. I just think this needs to be slightly shorter. Oh, Katarina's here. Katarina, I was telling everybody that I have a package for you, but I was waiting until you were here. Let's open it up. Looks a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not really liking it so far. We'll see. Okay, so we'll switch back to main camera now. I'm gonna make sure to open it from the opposite side. since I don't want to share addresses on camera. Okay, so here's the package. I'm gonna cut it open. And I believe this is for both of us. This is for you and for me. I think there's something here for Corey as well. Corey's the off-screen talent. The mod who makes sure that everything is running for me on my streams. Okay. Ooh, I see some donuts. See a little donut peeking. Yeah, I know. I was showing just the top. I'm well aware. I was just showing the top that you can see. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh. Paranoid. Paranoid. I knew what I was doing. That it was facing that way. I was just showing the one part. Alright. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Look at you guys. You guys. Yes, I did switch it. The sass coming from the opposite end of the room. I need a Corey cam. We need to set up a Corey cam so that he can sit there with his arms crossed. Just like that, and I can show it to you every time. Here we go. I hope it doesn't key out. We'll see. There we go. Oh my god, this is so cute. Katarina, I think you made these designs? This is well-rounded, which is, you know, that's me. I'm a well-rounded designer. Here we go. And then this is super cute. Look at this. I don't know about y'all, but I am a huge fan of like the like little bit on the back of the shirt. I love when shirts do that. So very cool stuff, Katarina. And then we've got one for you. Would you like me to just show it off? Are you gonna come? You don't have to do a face reveal if you don't want to. I'm trying to find the open. There it is. Found it. Oh, Sage is coming over and saying hi soon. Hi, Sage. I'm not gonna try to pick you up. Here we go. This is yours. I was showing you first. There we go. Highly cultured. You're still. Oh, there you go. Now you're in the frame. Corey's giving it a thumbs up. And on the back too. Very cool. These are so nice. Thank you, Katarina. Love it. Okay, Sage. Come here. Come here. You wanna say hi? Okay, you have to cooperate though. Everybody say hi to Sage. You wanted to come say hi? Yeah. Okay. He's not very easy to pick up. Whenever I try to pick up Sage, he kind of like panics. So he's like, why is this happening? Okay, now he's gonna go attack his toys, so. Hey, Bliss! And Morgan says, I like the idea of the smaller one on the back of the shirt. Oh yeah, definitely. It's fine. Sage is over there having a time. Okay. Alright. Back to it. Break's over. Thank you for that, Katarina. I'll have to wear that, with my donut ears. I'll have to do a repeat of the donut ear costume. Just for that purposes. Showing that off again. Alright. Alright, and then I think I'm just gonna go in like this a little bit. Tilt it down a little bit. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it for now. It's fine. And we'll go down. Gosh, I just don't like there's something about Tangent? I don't know, there's something about this that I'm not a fan of, so. Bliss saying, did you not see my messages earlier? No, Bliss, I think we missed you. I don't know what's going on there. No, the first one I have from you is you waving. So we missed you. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, you're on mobile because you don't feel like staying at your desk. That's totally valid. Alright, I'm just gonna go in. And add some feathers to this as well. And maybe like reshape the bottom here. We'll see. So we're gonna start. Feathers. Let's so that it's easier to see. I'm gonna bring and then same with this. And that's gonna give me a little bit more flexibility to add in these feathers. Although now I'm having a hard time seeing this as well. Starting again. Yeah, the tease took everyone's attention. I don't know what happened. I did not see your messages, Bliss. It might have just been me, though. I might have just missed them. I did do a scroll up to see if I could, see them, but I didn't. Alright, and then I'm gonna kind of let these come down over top. Maybe wider? Get wider. There we go. The more I look at this, the more I don't like it. Nick is at his desk for once. Yes, everybody's talking about the Behance chat situation on mobile. I know that the mobile experience is not great. I like that. I like where that's going. Actually, I'm going to start up here. I'm going to try to merge these. Fairly fluffy chicken, I would say, coming on in. And then we need to add some legs. I wonder if they're still trying to improve it. Yeah, Sion's saying, yeah, phone is an emergency solution here, yeah. I'm trying to watch. I try to watch on the phone, not a good experience. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of issues. I know that for a while Nick was just not even able to use the chat on the on mobile. So, and yes, it didn't work for months, and now chat's back, so they're doing something. Yeah, something changed recently. I wish that... It seems like they fix it and then they break it, so I'm hoping that that means that they're actively working on it, but, you know, no guarantees. I don't know if I should be saying this, I actually ended up uninstalling the actual app itself, and I found that I was at least able to, like, use the chat again when I did that, which is not a great solution, but... I'm wondering if on some of these bigger feathers I should add little, like... Looks like sometimes they have, like, these little tiny, like, cut out pieces. Let me show you an example. So, like, down here on the leg. I might actually also cheat and use this back here. Like, these little tiny, like... sections. I'll probably just do this in white first to see how it looks. I don't like that. There's probably a name for this. And I don't know what it is. Okay, that's too much. Only a little bit. Use sparingly is what I would say for that effect. And obviously we need to deal with the shading situation. That's a very fluffy chicken. I think I want to do... Where's that feather? I don't want to do this. How do I want to do this? liking that so far. I think I do need to modify the shape now. Did we not add them? No, we did. Let's do... artificially move it. Start with that as a base. Double check against the background. Good. This color. What is this? Lighter. It's a little bit close, but I think I'll do like a lighter highlight right along here. It should be okay. We'll add a little bit of shadow underneath this too. Something needs to be. Trying to figure out the colors here, that's all. For everybody in the chat, Ashrafa wants to know if we like cold coffee or hot coffee. Both? Yeah, I'm gonna go with both. Okay, I think I like that combination. Colors. I am gonna modify this part. I want this to come down a little bit further. certainly have more detailing to this, but for now I'm just trying to get a good sense of the shading and everything. I can also start to add these little cut pieces in. Turn off smart guides for now. We were actually just talking about this today. Hot coffee versus cold coffee. And it really does depend, at least for me, on the season. Imran, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but welcome. If anybody is just joining and has any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat. Happy to answer them for you. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a kind of a non-destructive marinate here. Down, you can see if it even gives me a little hint that if I hold down Option and click, it's going to create a compound path, which is really handy for what I'm doing here. Same thing here, select all of these. Not sure that I like the position of that. Actually, Option, click to create a compound path. Same thing down here. Option, click. I'm just going to delete that since I don't like it. See, you can do it a little bit more non-destructively. Everybody's asking if anybody did the James Hoffmann Great American Coffee Taste Test today. Yeah, we did that, speaking of coffee. That's why we were talking about that today. James Hoffmann is like the YouTube coffee man. What is the name of this coffee company? Square Mile in the UK. He did like a coffee tasting event, live event today where you could like order a kit online. They were these like frozen, they were kind of like K-cups but in like aluminum things, and they were frozen, and you just kind of like poured them in with hot water. So let me know if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Fine. I don't know. I'm like a little bit torn. I kind of like these, but I'm not totally sure. Little cutouts. Bring the house back to the front. This back to the front. Alright, we have like a little bit of a something going on now. It's a very fluffy chicken. And now that I'm seeing this, gosh, the pattern of the feathers, at least for me, is always like the hardest part. It has to look correct. And this is where my non-destructive edits come into play with that compound path, so I can go in here and make modifications to get things sort of how I think they should be. That looks better to me. Oh, where is this? Alright, what the heck is going on? I need to like reorient myself here. I'm going to keep using these. I will lock them. Legs, body. These are I'm trying to edit. Odari had apple cinnamon tea this morning, and Odari also said, I quit drinking coffee and I quit smoking. 4 years ago, they go together too well. Can't have one without the other, crazy. Yeah, that's, I guess it's just kind of like a, you know, sort of a habit type of a thing. I am missing part of the leg. Go. This is my leg sketch, if you will. Odar says, wow, that looks killer so far. Thanks! We're really just, and yes, I agree with you, Unicorn. Good thing you quit, Odari. And good for you. I know that's hard. A hard thing to do. We're just kind of blocking this in, similar to how I have the house blocked in. I don't have a lot of details going on here. I'm just getting a sense of, like, overall form and color. My goal for this stream is to get the chicken all kind of locked in, and also hopefully figure out the situation with the Baba Yaga, where we're gonna put her and what she looks like. We'll see how far we get. But for now, I think I'm ready for some chicken legs. How do we feel? How do we feel about that? I'm trying to decide how I'm doing this. We need to add this color to our color palette too. I brought this color in specifically for the out of 10 would do witchcraft in this abode. It's turning out a lot cuter than I expected it to. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It just kind of is a thing. So I kind of want the chicken legs to have like a, maybe we can use the width tool for the start. So I'm gonna have this kind of go out. Start there. Nick is saying Tim Hortons is a Canadian brand of coffee. They have Tim Hortons. Umacorn's asking what Tim Hortons is. Yeah. Okay. Tim Hortons Umacorn is like the Canadian Dunkin'. They have coffee and donuts similar, and they also have Timbits, which are like Dunkin's Munchkins. They're like donut holes. I'm just sorry, I just got a glimpse of like whatever my captions are saying. Sometimes they're hit or miss. Anyways, they have donuts and they have coffee. I think they're pretty good. I think they have breakfast items as well. They're very similar to like a fast food donut and coffee chain type of thing. And I don't know what else I would say. They do have some locations now in the U.S. They were just a Canadian thing, and they have some actually in the western part of the state, which seems odd to me. It seems like it would be more like an eastern thing, but I guess that's because Dunkin' Donuts is an East Coast thing. But they have some kind of like towards the west half of Ohio. A few of them that have kind of sprinkled on down. They probably have some where they probably have some by you, Odari, to be honest. Since you're kind of like, I feel like they do. I feel like I remember there being Tim Hortons in Michigan. Oh, you print their t-shirts at your job. Gotcha. Alright. Hey Peter, how's it going? I mean, anatomically, this is not going to be a very, like, accurate chicken leg situation. Oh man, I really hard to something. But it is gonna, that being said, it is going to be fun. This is gonna kind of be the back. I want to narrow this one. I do want to like exaggerate this. Trying to get the right place for exaggerated elbow in place. This is kind of hard to see, so I'm actually going to change the layer color to be... I'll try cyan. Okay, that's easier. That's easier to see. And then before I get too far along, I'm actually going to use the same paths and just kind of move them. Break the other leg over here. Just for consistency. And this is going to go the opposite way. There we go. Those are some chicken legs with personality, if I don't say so myself. I laugh at myself. It's fine. And I want to exaggerate the elbow, I think, on this one too. Same thing over here. I feel like everything that I draw ends up being somewhat cute. I can't help myself. I want... You can't have a horror, creepy horror themed chicken and also have it be sassy. So... I wanted a sassy chicken. So... Here we are. Elbow. Joint. Oh. Now we need to have where this connects is going to be like a little bit of another... call this the wrist situation. Did the Vikings play today? This is just, I should just play it off like, what are you talking about? Like, this is normal. This is how I am every day. I don't know. This is not how everybody dresses in normal life. This is just my costume for today. Yesterday we did, the space helmet. And today we're the Viking. We've got a couple more, tricks up our sleeve for the rest of Halloween. I try to dress up in a different costume for every stream for the month of October. So while we're working on spooky stuff, we dress up in somewhat spooky stuff, I suppose. Alright, so I'm making this kind of like here so I can like branch off the gosh, what do you call these? Tarsals of the chicken? I don't know what the proper chicken feet terminology is. And I'm gonna put some in now. And we're gonna make these a little bit bigger, and then I'm probably gonna use the width tool here to like get these branched out. So let's bring this one down. Oh, wrong tool. All the way down, and that's fine. One of those squeeze in a little bit. Just wider. And then let's make sure we're using a... That made no difference. Let's not do that. Can you round these? That's kind of funky. let's undo all of that. Let's go with let's round them first, maybe. And then fold it in. That. I'm not a fan of this top area though. Okay, let's try that. Looks pretty good, although it's a little bit, I need to make it shorter. Maybe I don't even need this wrist now that I have these going. I might be able to just make it work. And then there's kind of like a weird little thumb bit that chickens have. I don't really know how to describe it. And I need like to look up a reference of a chicken. Oh, your son loves the music. I just typed in chicken. Chicken standing? Not sanding. Yeah, we're gonna be working on stuff for Yoann tomorrow. If you want to come back and check that out. Yoann Turpin, I've got a link to Yoann's music in the description if you want to check it out. Sorry, I'm like multitasking. I'm trying to figure out where this thumb bit should go. Actually, looks like it should go underneath. Sort of like here. If you want to check out Yoann's work. While I figure out how the thumb of a chicken takes place. I'm questioning whether it would go here or like up top in some way. I don't think that's the case. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna have to do some modification. I might have to convert them to outlines so I can cut off those weird bits. I think it's a bit above separated from this tree. Yeah, I think it's like it just kind of end up being here. And before I go like I can pull these down. I like the style of that foot. Now we need to do the same thing over here. I'm just gonna do a quick loop on this. Put it behind the leg. And go here. And just grab my index finger. Straight on. Here. And it just needs to come down. Like so. Oh, I should have undid all that first. Hold on. Hold on. Bring this back. Bring this up. Too long. I think I've made that too long. Where do I get my captions from? This is a plugin situation for OBS that I've used for quite a long time. So I'd have to go and like dig up the original for you. It's using some kind of Google API type of a thing. Except I should keep this link handy because occasionally I get asked for captions. Gosh, I'm struggling with the feet here. I may have this wrong. Lucas, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think I have it wrong. Okay, we're getting there. These little toenail things need to come down. Yeah, that looks better to me. Now that I see it. I do think these can be shorter. I think I was over ambitious with the original. Okay, and we need a third. And then we need the weird little bit. And this one's gonna be like kind of weirdly foreshortened. Little claw situation. Like so. And then I'll put the weird bit. Alright, that's pretty good. There's the feet. Again, I'm gonna make a copy of these. My working layer, because I do want to go to outline these. And just kind of clean everything up. So it actually looks like, you know, it was attached to the leg. Oh yes, thank you, Corey, for sharing the links. Appreciate you. Okay, and then this leg, I'm actually probably gonna do a copy of this as well. Keep the legs as a copy. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Select all of this. Copy. And then I'm gonna put this on my sketch layer, so I can expand these lines and get everything kind of together here. And this is gonna go behind this. Okay. And this one, I think I'm actually gonna darken this one. It might be too dark. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to figure it out. I need more contrast, but I don't want to lighten the front leg, so let's just do something like that. No, I feel like it's either an all or nothing situation. trees in the background. Where did I put this? Oh, it's here. I'm also gonna move all of this stuff that I have copied, since I don't actually need my sketch bits anymore from that. Alright, legs, check. Body, check. Should we tackle the head or the tail next? Here's the question. Maybe we'll go with the head next. I'll probably start with this color. Ear. Dog is very loudly snoring. Must be thoroughly bored by my stream. Lighter so we can actually see them. I'm trying to remember, there's a shortcut that, like, I think it's if you hold down shift. It'll try to keep the shape of what you have. I want to go darker. Alright, now we need to sort out the head. I tried the new smooth slider. You mean the oh gosh. about the simplify, or why am I blanking on where this is? There it is. Smooth. Yeah, there's a new smooth slider. So I could see, you know, I haven't personally used it very much, but let's say you had something that looked like this, right? And that was like your chicken feathers shape. You could theoretically use this. I always lose track of where it is. Oh, there it is, smooth. To smooth out the edges. It's pretty cool. I could see it coming in handy for like if you wanted to do like those like filled corners that I always forget the name of. Actually, I might borrow this eye shape since I want to start with the eyes. You just gotta go to Lama's class. Have a great night. Have a great night, Peter. Thanks for hanging out. Let's do our beak next, I think. Let's just go with this color. I know it's gonna be hard to see. Let's actually go with a different color first. Just so we can kind of see it. Oh, it's the house. That's a start. I need the little, I don't know what you call this. concentration phase. Bit. Let's just start with the circle. And then we'll modify it from there. This is the finessing part. So it takes so much time to get to like the right everything about it. I know, chicken has no eyes, but we're getting there. Usually have these like big cheeks. Slightly bigger cheeks. Sort of looking, sort of alien looking. Chickens are aliens. There we go. That's better. That's more like a chicken. Like it's really squeezed its head through that tiny window. You know, that's why it's in this situation. But when you are a giant, like, chicken creature, you really gotta be able to see where you're going. I kind of like these two, but I'm not sure. Inside and there. I just realized I made this white and it should probably be. Let's look at chicken eyes. Looks like they're like all yellow. With like a dark, slightly dark inside. Alright, let's try that. Way too much detail, but how I feel about the yellow. Kind of makes the chicken look jaundiced. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Yeah, you're not a fan of the yellow either? I don't think it's working. I think we can just go with white. Which is fine. It's not a good look. like it. I need to add the thing to the top. The chicken mohawk. It should also be red. Hello to Carlos from Colombia. Welcome to the stream. We're just gonna start with a kind of like a guideline here. Let's bring back memories of when I drew the tanuki sushi. Also had kind of a mohawk type of a thing. We'll just start with that and we'll modify from there. Well, did I say hi to Carlos already? Welcome, Carlos, if I didn't say hi to you. There we go. Little chicken mohawk happening. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, looks pretty good. The chicken's head seems really small. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it has to be in order to fit in the window. But it feels comically small. I doubt it puts on and takes off the house like a shirt. No. I don't. And you saying I should make it larger? Grown into it. I'm just imagining that this is just like a horrifically deformed chicken. I don't know how I feel about that. You could try making the head larger. I could. I just worry that then it won't fit in the window. We'll see. Alright, we'll try. I made a backup copy. Probably need to get rid of that piece there. I also could shrink the body a little. No. No. Vetoed. Corey. Okay. I'll just make some modifications here. I'll just move it over a little bit. Surgery. On the chicken. BRB. Alright, that feels better. Okay. Let's go ahead and block in. I think it's time to tackle the tail. I'm gonna start with my darker blue first. Set those placed. First and foremost, Carlos is saying, thanks, I'm training my English language with you. Oh, cool. Let me know if you have any questions. These are gonna be like the background. Carlos says, what is my business model? Are you perhaps asking like what all I do? So I'm a UI UX designer, but my background is in illustration and animation. I got my degree in medical illustration, and so that's sort of where I started, I guess, my career. I'm really liking that. But I do a lot of things. I do a lot of like illustration live streams, since that's sort of like, that's kind of where I started and what I have the most experience in. I've been an illustrator for, can't even say 10 years now. It's been over 10 years. It's been close to 15 years of illustration experience, I believe. Yes. So my first job out of college was in higher ed publishing, so textbook illustrations, but with a focus on like college level stuff. And then my next job was as a UI UX designer for an agency. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions or if that answers your questions. I also do a lot of like freelance work, a lot of freelance branding work. And tomorrow we're actually going to be doing work for Yoann Turpin. So we'll be doing a little bit of client work, working on some album art for Yoann's next album. Yoann lets me stream his music in the backgrounds my stream. So the music that you hear is from Yoann Turpin. Carlos is a front-end developer. Very cool. Sorry, I'm in concentration mode again as I try to like get this tail situation sorted out. I see that. I think I want this to be wider again. Not so much a fan. There we go. That's pretty good. And then I'll just maybe group these. And we'll maybe scale this up a little bit more. Carlos says, that's why I'm here. It's really nice. You are here because... Let's scroll up. Oh, before you were a front-end developer, you were a graphic designer. Yeah, you and I have both had kind of large career shifts, I would say. So, good for you. Do you like what you're doing now, Carlos? And what made you decide to change? Oh my goodness, it is already like 5:52. Oh, it's amazing how time flies when you're working on this stuff. We did get the chicken blocked in, which was my primary goal. But I really wish I would have had time to get more stuff done. Like, I need to figure out the little zombie eggs. And the Baba Yaga. I have to figure out where I put that as well. Oh, it's on this layer, I think? Yeah, there it is. Little zombie egg sketch. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. What tool do I use to make my UI animation? Gosh, that's a good question, and not a straightforward answer, I would say. I think it depends on what your final output is. I do a lot of SVG animation stuff. If you check out my website, you can see some of that. Sorry, I'm like multitasking. But I've also used like Adobe XD's built-in animations, transition stuff. Depends on what the final output will be, if that makes sense. I think I just repeated myself. So, for example, if it's a self-contained kind of an animation, then I'm working on like an animated UI element, like an icon or something like that. That would be something that I would kind of handle as an SVG animation. Myself, I've done a lot of animated icons before in the past. If it's something like an animated UI element, like something that needs to be like animated on like page scroll or something like that, that would be more in the developer's hands. It really depends on the output, and you might use a tool like Adobe XD or Figma now. Figma's got some animation functionality to kind of show what that looks like. You know, I don't want to I'm gonna go into story mode with the last 10 minutes, but I've mentioned before that I feel like as my job as like the UI UX designer is to sort of like create something that we can all kind of like have a conversation around, right? Like when I create an XD design or a Figma design, that thing doesn't actually get implemented, right? Like that's just kind of like a blueprint for what needs to be made, right? We're just kind of making a design, you know, that we can all kind of like have a conversation around. Then the developer kind of uses that to kind of build the site, right? But it's a lot more difficult to have a conversation. There's like a really great article that's pretty old right now, or by now, that was by Ayana Campbell-Smith about like motion prototypes, and does a really good job of explaining how like it's really difficult to have a conversation with like clients and developers and all these people. You know, everybody kind of visualizes things in their head differently, so it's important to have these prototypes to kind of walk your client through expectations, but also to involve the developer in the decision-making process. So if you can show what you want the website or app to do, the developer can be involved and say like, hey, yes, this is possible, no, this is possible, this is all reasonable within the budget, kind of a thing. But it also gives the client an opportunity to see what the final output's going to be like before you spend developer time. It's sometimes, and that's going to be like dependent, right? Sometimes it takes me longer. I'll like build one kind of an example of something because that's maybe faster for me to kind of set up than it would be for the developer to actually build. But there's other times when like, especially when it comes to like repeat elements, like you need to have an action that like repeats across the site. Sometimes it's easier to like prototype it up one instance of it and then like, you know, use that as an example, and then, you know, then it is, you know, to have to do that across the entire design versus like having to the developer can kind of like build it. Oh, Pearl's saying, wow, thanks for Ayana Campbell. It's good. Yeah, the article is really good. I feel like she was on Adobe Live a really, really long time ago as well. But yeah, there's a lot of resources out there. Another great one is, if you're looking specifically for SVG animation, is Cassie Evans. I actually took Cassie Evans. Cassie Evans actually does an SVG animation class every year, or like workshop, conference? Is it conference? All of the above. But Cassie Evans does like a whole thing, at least once a year. It's like a 3-day class. Oh yeah, there's Corey sharing the article. But check out Cassie Evans as well. I took her class a couple years back. It was 3 days, 2 days? And she provides a lot of great resources. If you're looking for SVG animation specifically, that's a great place to start. Although it is like you have to pay. It's a class you have to pay for. Gosh, in terms of YouTube content, I'm not really sure that I know of any offhand. You know, one thing to take into consideration is like when I was first learning how to do SVG animation, there really weren't any resources out there. At least from like my point of view, like from a developer's perspective, there are certainly like resources out there, like the MBN website and stuff like that. But like from like I'm a an animator and I want to learn SVG animation. But now there's tools. You have tools like Lottie, which is a plugin that you can use. It has a plugin for After Effects, but also has like their own SVG animation software or app now. I think it's still technically in beta, but that is a pretty powerful tool that you can check out as well. So those would be my advice if you're looking to get into SVG animation. If you're looking to learn just general Figma, gosh, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. I think I can't really recommend one particular person over the other. If you go check out, I know that Figma's conference, they have like the replays up still. They did like a Fig Jam. No, not Fig Jam. Config. That's it. Fig Jam is like their whiteboarding. Config, that was like a couple months ago. It was like late summer, I think, was when Config was. But you can go check out all of the replays. They should all be online for that conference. So, Carlos is asking, is XD better than Figma? Well, we're kind of in this weird gray area right now. I don't know why I have this up still. I'll just switch to big head mode. We're kind of in this gray area right now, Carlos, where gosh, where to begin? Adobe has kind of started the process of acquiring Figma, or I don't really know the whole legalities, or I don't really know what's going on there. I know that they've kind of started the process to acquire Figma, or like start some kind of partnership with Figma, and that was like last year, and I think it's still kind of an ongoing thing. And when that happened, Adobe also kind of like decided to kind of sunset XD. So I don't really know what's going on with XD. Occasionally I'll get like an update that comes through. I don't know that there's any like feature updates being pushed. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I would say if you're gonna learn anything right now, Carlos, I would probably learn Figma, because I don't think that XD is really, I don't know what the situation is there with XD, so that would be my advice. I would say learn Figma, because that's probably going to be kind of the future. So, Bliss has got a scoot. Thanks bunches for the stream, Jack. Catch you later. Yes, I'm going to be out too. I want to get a little bit farther on this, but I think we had good conversation. It was nice seeing all the new people. Thank you for joining, Carlos. I always appreciate new people joining, and I always enjoy answering your questions, and if I can help you at all on your journey, whatever that may be, I am always happy to kind of lend at least my advice. At the end of the day, Carlos, I can only give you my opinion, so feel free to go and try things out on your own and see what you like. You know, if you really like XD, there's no reason not to use it. It's still a perfectly functional tool. You know, you certainly don't have to learn how to do SVG animation from scratch, because there's a lot of tools out there as well these days. So that's that. I also have a little, I guess I should plug, I also have a little SVG animation tutorial, like an introductory tutorial for subscribers. So if you subscribe to me on Behance, that's one of the, I've got a couple of them actually. I've got like a print one that goes over print basics, and I've got an SVG animation basics, sort of like mini tutorial documentation. There's like a PDF and a file that it walks you through. But also let me know, subscribers, if you want to see more of that type of content. I feel like I got kind of like a lukewarm reception to the like explanation stuff. So if you do want to see more tutorial type of projects on Behance, I'm happy to do those. I wasn't really sure how people felt. And I could do maybe a little bit more beginner type stuff. I just have to know what you guys want to see. Just let me know what you want to see. Anyways, thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll just do like a quick zoom out and switch over my screen so we can kind of see where we ended up. We didn't get the little egg friend in here, but okay, there we go. This is where we ended up. I'll probably end up doing a little bit of work on this off stream, since tomorrow I'm going to be focusing on Yoann stuff. I'll probably put together the little egg guy. It's going to look in a similar style to this, right? And I'll probably come with a sketch of what the Baba Yaga is gonna look like just for next week, just because I don't want to like lose time on this project. And next weekend is like the last weekend before Halloween, so I want to be able to have everything kind of blocked in here before then, so that we can just kind of focus on the details for the next couple of streams. So that's my plan. Tomorrow I'll be live again from 4 to 6 Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll be focusing on starting the Yoann's project. And then we'll probably do the same thing next weekend, where I'll do we'll work on putting in all the shading and details on the Baba Yaga one day. We'll work on Yoann stuff on the second day, and we should be in a good spot. At least I'm hoping. So yeah, I stream every Saturday and Sunday 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, typically. So if you ever want to catch my streams, you can either follow me. There's that link, jackwatson.design/links. I've got all of my links to all of my various social platforms, or you can follow me here on Behance. I post my schedule out to all of those places. And yeah, you can also subscribe to me if you want to get more content. Katarina says the tutorials are helpful. I looked at the print one a bunch. So that's good. I could do a little bit more, but I could do like a part 2 to some of that stuff, like a part 2 to the print stuff, to get into more detail. I just know that like print stuff is another one of those things that like there's not a lot of great tutorials out there that are very like succinct. Specifically, like a lot of the print tutorials out there get like really in the weeds, and it's hard to like find a good starting point. So I at least tried with that to like make something that was like a good starting point for people. So yeah, I'll think about what kind of additional tutorials we can do. Anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out. I'm gonna go down the list. Be sure to follow the mods. I've got links to their stuff in the chat, links to Corey and Nick's websites. Corey has the Crock of Time, Food and Fermentation Community, and I guess logbook on the website, and Nick's music at Fragment Opus. We've got links to Yoann's music as well, since Yoann lets me stream his music in the background, and also did the intro and outro and various seasonal variations of that. And then we've got Bliss and Odari's links to their Behance. They're both streamers here on Behance, so go give them a follow. We also had a couple other streamers, I think, in the chat. Let me just do a double check. Maybe not today. Yesterday we had Annika. Oh, we had Umacorn. Umacorn is also another streamer on Behance, so be sure to follow Umacorn. Umacorn and Odari both stream on the weekends with me, so we kind of make up the weekend crew. Then we had a bunch of people joining today, and I just want to thank everybody for hanging out. Antoine, Ashrafo, Bliss, Carlos, Corey, George, Imran, Katarina with the beautiful shirts. Want to show those off again if you missed them. If I can grab them. Oh my gosh. Lucas, Nick, Odari, Oliver, Peter, RB, Stian, and then, yeah, Unicorn. And then, yeah, beautiful shirts that Katarina sent. A little surprise to me. This one was for Corey. You can see it says highly cultured. I can't get it. There we go. Highly cultured. Very Crock of Time focused. And then this one was for me, from Katarina. A little donut shirt. I love this. Thank you so much, Katarina. I'm so excited. Well-rounded. I love the, like, you captured my essence. My glasses. I am totally a sprinkle donut. And I've got a cup of coffee over here. So, all of the things. And then, yeah, on the back, too. A little well-rounded. So, thank you, Katarina. That was so nice. Oh, happy Sweetest Day. Oh, is that today? Fun fact, and this is what I'll leave you with. Fun little story. We actually, Corey and I call it Swedish Day. We have it on the calendar, Swedish Day. Because we're not, like, big Sweetest Day people, but we usually get and or make Swedish pancakes, which are kind of like crepes with, like, and you put, like, you know, fillings in them. Anyways, Swedish Day. Yeah, Nick knows what's up. Swedish Day. I guess it's fitting that I'm wearing my Norse Viking hat today on Swedish Day. So happy Swedish Day. I was unintentionally coordinated for it. But yeah, there we go. Happy Swedish Day. I'll see you all tomorrow, or at least hopefully some of you. If not, I will definitely see you all, or if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And then also, Sean and I do events in the Firefly Discord, so if you're in that Discord, you can come hang out with us during the week. So if you don't see me enough on the weekends, you can hang out with me during the week as well. I don't think I have any other announcements. Alright, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.